Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In the latest video preview for Young and the Restless, Phyllis is furious, Damien arranges a meeting, and Chelsea has her doubts. Lily's made it clear that she wants to know who Aristotle Dumas is and what possible designs he has on her family's company. Next week, Damien tells Lily, as promised, I sent word to Aristotle Dumas to try and arrange a meeting with you. She asks, and? Damien says he wants to know why she wants a meeting and what exactly she's after. How long before we finally stop playing 20 questions and meet the mysterious Mr. Dumas? Last week, Chelsea asked Lauren for advice about leaving Marchetti to work with Adam and the Newmans. Now she's having second thoughts about her decision. Chelsea tells Adam, I just joined your family's company, so I can't help but wonder about the timing. Is this Victor's way of testing my loyalty? After trying to convince Phyllis that Daniel didn't want to work with them, and she was smothering her son, Billy was left with no choice but to fire her. She begged him not to do this, but he felt she needed to take time off for herself, and they'd revisit her employment in the future. And after offering Phyllis' job to Sally, you just knew Phyllis wouldn't take this turn of events lying down. Coming up, as Sally looks on, a seemingly drunk Phyllis warns Billy he's going to be sorry he did this to her. In the quietest folds of time, where memory and imagination intertwine, there lives a name most have never heard, Aristotle Dumas. He is not listed in history books, nor has he written volumes of philosophy or novels to rival Hugo or Homer. But he exists, or rather, he will exist. He is both a whisper from the past and a footstep from the future. The question is not if we will meet him, but when. Aristotle Dumas is an idea before he is a man. He is the child of a strange marriage, the sharp logic of ancient Greek philosophers, and the sprawling romantic fervor of French literary giants. His thoughts are clear, but his emotions are wild. He will be born in a time that blurs the border between human and machine, between the tangible and the theoretical. But even before he takes a breath, his presence looms. He is the next great thinker, the next mad dreamer, the next child prodigy or wise old soul. He is just waiting for the world to be ready. We may recognize him not by his name but by his questions. While others ask how, he asks why. When society races toward efficiency, Aristotle Dumas stops and asks what we're losing along the way. He might be the boy sitting alone at recess, watching the clouds and wondering if time moves differently for them. Or he could be the woman in the subway sketching the faces of strangers, trying to draw their stories without words. Perhaps he's neither young nor old, neither man nor woman. Perhaps Aristotle Dumas is an essence that travels through the minds of all those who dare to think and feel deeply. One might ask, why do we need him? Haven't we had our share of great thinkers? Didn't Aristotle, Plato, Confucius, and Nietzsche already ask the big questions? But in each era, humanity births a new voice to grapple with its own unique shadows. The questions we face now are different. What does it mean to be human in an age of artificial intelligence? Is consciousness something that can be uploaded, replicated, sold? What happens to the soul in the era of simulation? We need Aristotle Dumas not just to guide us through these riddles, but to remind us of the poetry within them. For too long, science and soul have stood on opposite shores, shouting across the void. Aristotle Dumas will build the bridge. He will speak in algorithms and metaphors, equations and elegies. His TED talks will be like sonnets. His code will have cadence. His philosophy will make people weep. Not because it is sad, but because it will feel like remembering something long forgotten. Where will we meet him? Not in the halls of academia, though he may visit. Not in politics, though he might challenge it. We'll meet him in unexpected places. In a podcast that goes viral not for its celebrity guest, but because of one quiet moment where truth rang out. In an open-source project where thousands collaborate not for profit, but for the thrill of creation. In a new religion that doesn't worship gods, but cultivates all. Or perhaps we already have met him. In fragments. Maybe Aristotle Dumas is emerging now in pieces, like a digital mosaic being assembled across time. One part of him might live in a climate activist fighting to rewrite the fate of the planet, another in a teenager designing ethical AIs in a dusty bedroom, still another in a refugee who writes poetry on torn paper, chronicling the exile of nations and the endurance of hope. He can be reborn every time, Someone chooses beauty over utility, connection over convenience, depth over noise. But beware. Aristotle Dumas will not be universally loved. He will be misunderstood, resisted, even ridiculed, because he will challenge the comfortable. He will tear down illusions we've built with careful pride. He will ask the one question we're too afraid to confront: are we truly living, or merely surviving? His enemies won't be evil villains with capes. They'll be banality, apathy, indifference. He will battle distraction more than destruction. He will ask us to feel deeply in a world allergic to silence. And it will hurt. But in that pain will be awakening. Aristotle Dumas may write nothing and publish no works. He may never go viral or trend. His legacy might be quieter than we expect. Not a bang, but a tremor. A soft but seismic shift in how we think, connect, and dream. Still, I wonder, what will he look like? Not physically, but emotionally. Will he carry the burden of insight with stoicism, or will he laugh in the face of absurdity? Will he be lonely, as so many great minds are, or will he find his tribe among the scattered misfits who speak his language? Perhaps when we finally stop waiting for someone else to lead us. When we pause long enough to listen not to the loudest voice, but the truest one. When we choose curiosity over cynicism. Or maybe, just maybe, when we become him. Because maybe Aristotle Dumas is not a man, but a movement. A new mythology. A convergence of reason and reverie. A whisper that becomes a chorus. The moment we choose to live not just smarter, but wiser. And so the real question is not when will we meet him, but will we recognize him when we do? Or more challengingly, will we recognize him in ourselves?